So I want to give you a little update on my pizza venture.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking about possibly investing in a Rosati's pizza joint, which is really delicious pizza. And it's in a little city called Casa Grande, which is between Tucson and Phoenix. And as my wife went and looked at the location, it's by the movie theaters there, right? And so as we get further along, my wife's now, it's up to me. She likes what's going on. And so she's like, so we've got to come up with an LLC, which is like a business name that we would put the business under, right? And so we're driving with all my kids in the car, and my wife's like, so we got to come up with an LLC name. What do you want to call it? Like, do you want to put Johnjay, the name Johnjay in it? And I was like, no. And so, kids, you guys have any names for the LLC? In Dutch, he comes up with Wooback Pizza.
Wooback?
Wooback Pizza.
Okay.
Do you guys know what Wooback is?
No.
The Pop Smoke says Wooback in almost every song. And he's a huge Pop Smoke fan. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. And I can't stop thinking about Wooback Pizza. I think that's a great name.
Doesn't sound bad.
Wooback Pizza.
I like it.
You've got
It's like Wu-Tang.
Wooback Pizza. Wooback. Anyway, speaking of Dutch, he saw a scary movie over the weekend. And scary movies are huge right now. Everyone's watching scary movies. Halloween, right? Scary movies. So he saw this scary movie, and I could tell that he was affected by it when he starts to tell me all about the movie. So the movie, and I don't know if you guys have seen it, but when he started telling me about the movie, I could tell that the dude was mortified because he got into every detail about the movie, and he started Googling to show me the monster in the movie. And the movie is called The Countdown. Has anybody here heard of The Countdown?
No. Never seen it.
Okay. When I start to tell you about it, maybe you'll remember, because I remember the promo for it, because it stars, oh my God, what was her name in the first You? Beck. It stars Beck from You. So here's what it's about. It's about an app that tells you how long you have to live. And people download the app. Did you see it?
Yeah, I've seen it. I just don't know why I didn't think. I guess I didn't know the title of the movie, but I've seen it.
You saw the movie?
Yeah, I've seen the movie.
Okay, so Dutch saw the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So it's much like Final Destination. You download the app on your phone, and then it tells you when you're going to die. But you can't get rid of the app no matter what. And you're supposed to, and it tells you have 3 minutes to live. And then if you miss out on those 3 minutes and you're still alive, like people are like, oh my God, I got 10 seconds, and they leave, and you live. Well, that's when this monster goes to kill you. Like you were supposed to die 3 minutes ago, and this monster comes to find you and kills you.
Oh. And at first, everyone thinks it's like a fun little app.
Right.
So they download it, and they're like, oh, how much time do you have?
Right.
But then people start disappearing.
Yeah, so Dutch watched the movie and then downloaded the app.
No!
There's an app, right? So the app told him that he had 40 years to live, right? So he's like, all right, 40 years to live. He's good with that. I mean, he's 14, so he figures he'd die at 54, whatever, right? So his buddy downloads the app. And then on the app, it says, for more information, click here. So he clicks there. And then he hits refresh. Now he has 30 years to live.
Oh.
So he's like all freaked out about this app now. So then he goes to delete the app and it won't delete. Just like in the movie.
It's
so
not deleting?
It won't delete. So he's like up beside himself now. I'm like, Dutch, just relax. It's just a movie. Let's go into your phone. Let's go into the setting, try to figure. So eventually we were able to delete the app. But the kid was having like especially when he starts showing me the person that kills people, and in that movie, you see this Grim Reaper guy in the back scene of all these murders that happen, and he's got gross teeth, and it's like he's 14, so it left an impact on him.
It's the same thing in my house because that's all they've been doing is watching scary movies, and I'll be standing almost looking at them in the kitchen. I'll be like, hey, Audrey. And she'll be, ah! It's totally affecting them. I'm like, that's why we need to watch happy things in between the scary things. But so Halloween night at my house, there's a neighborhood sleepover, but not a sleepover. They're staying up all night and watching. Is it what was the list you sent me, Suzanne?
Like Conjuring, Annabelle, all those?
Yeah, like
The Nun.
There's a series of The Nun. Yeah, that's another one. So they're watching the series of the scariest movies of all time all overnight. I just think it's too much. I freak out.
So how do they do? What'd they watch?
They watched, they're big into the originals of stuff. So they watched, what's the one with Freddy?
Nightmare on Elm Street?
The original Nightmare on Elm Street. They watched The Conjuring and part of Sinister. I don't know how far they got into Sinister.
I don't know if my sons have watched. I know that back in the day they watched the Saw movies, but I don't think they've watched any of these movies. Those I don't know. I honestly don't know if they've seen those. What?
If Dutch is scared with the countdown, he should not be watching like Sinister or Conjuring or The Nun.
But
none of those.
it's like he's telling me the movie, but then he's laughing, and I can't tell if he's laughing because he's trying to be funny or laughing because he's mortified
That's a
that he
scare
just
laugh.
knocked up. Yeah, he knocked off
like a
15 years of
nervous
his
laugh.
life. He's like, he goes, and then I clicked on the app, and all of a sudden it said I had 40 years left, then it said I had 30 years left. And I'm like, he's like, check out the app. I'm like, I don't want to see the app because I'm like, I don't want to die tomorrow.
You should totally watch The Nun with your kids.
No way, man. I don't want to see
that's
scary movies.
terrifying.
No,
There was
I-
what?
I grew up and The Witches was like big in our house. Like we watched The Witches over and over again. And so, they just remade it. It just
Right.
came out. And so I'm like, maybe this will be good for Addie. I'll preview it and see like maybe if she's ready for it. They make Anne Hathaway so freaking scary. I'm like, there's no way. She's never watching this. And that's just The Witches, which if you go by scary movie
Yeah.
on like the scale
That's Charlie
of it,
and the Chocolate
that's
Factory.
child's play.
Yeah.
Child's play.
Yeah, child's play.
I didn't want to watch anything scary, but I did watch Borat. Did you guys watch Borat?
No.
No, because remember Borat back in the day? Did you guys watch it 14 years ago?
Yes.
Sure.
So the Borat, this movie is the guy's so talented, that Sacha Baron Cohen, but there's so many scenes where you watch it and you're like I can't even talk about it on radio just because he crosses the line. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm trying to remember the first Borat, and I can't remember stuff because I remember it being so out of control. But there's stuff that's out of control in this movie.
Wasn't he naked wrestling with his?
The first one.
The first one, yeah.
The first one. That's right.
And
okay.
it was total nudity. And it was really awkward, and there was like, butt hair everywhere. And it was just
This is the scene where he's with his daughter at a and the thing is everybody's real except for him, right? You know what I mean? Like they go to this real Alabama debutante ball, and he's there with his daughter, and he's doing a daddy-daughter dance, and then she starts to have that time of the month everywhere during the dance, and they keep doing the dance as they're dancing, and it's just everywhere, and it's so gross and disturbing.